Okay, welcome to our show. We have some dance moms and dance dads that we're going to interview. We just like to welcome you to our show and thanks for taking the time to share your thoughts with us in terms of how you play a supporting role in helping your individual children to progress in dance. If you will, can you introduce yourselves individually, please?
I'm Mai. I'm Kennedy's mom.
Okay.
Hi, I'm April, and I'm Will's mom.
I'm Yoko, I'm Dylan's mom.
I'm Melissa, Nathan's mom.
And I'm Charles, Dylan's dad.
Okay. Can you give us some information as to how do you feel about the fact that your child likes to dance? And you can answer these questions individually and, just go from one person to the next. How do you feel about the fact that your son loves dance?
I love it because I grew up loving to dance. I danced in high school and college, so it's better than spending hot, long hours out in the sun watching a kid kick a ball back and forth.
Okay, that's great.
I really love it. Where I grew up, there was a lot of parents that could not afford to put their child into dance. So being able to afford such a thing such as dance, because it's kind of expensive, it's really good. And also seeing my son progress and seeing where some of his friends get in trouble at home because they have nothing else to do. Having my son safe, where I know where he is amongst friends, makes me love that he loves dance even more.
Okay.
I love it also. Because of the dance, he developed what he really wants to do in his life, and he met his some of the best friends among the dance industry. So I really, really love it.
Okay.
I'm extremely proud of my son for dancing. I know it's not necessarily always the cool thing for a boy to dance, but I think in this time and age that we live in now, it's starting to get cool. So I'm very proud that he's doing something that in the past probably wasn't the best thing. You're talking about bullying at one point. I think that boys who dance probably get a lot of that. So I'm just really proud that he's representing that and doing it. It's almost like a dream come true, really, though, because I mean, growing up, I loved dance so much, and I never even, my little girl, I imagined her dancing, and I really never did my son, and he absolutely loves it. I couldn't be more happier.
Okay.
Well, for me, the dance at first wasn't easy to accept. I don't know if accept would be the right word, because of course, as a dad, I wanted to see him play football. I was raised with athletics, so I wanted to see him play football and all that stuff. But it quickly gained a positive momentum because I saw what dance did for my son and his attitudes towards life in general at such a young age. It gave him the stability. It definitely gave him the physicality of of health, as far as like his muscle tone and all that stuff. So he does more per an afternoon than some athletes will do in a day. So for that aspect of it, I'm thankful. But more or less, it's just the complete positive nature that he's involved, the environment that he's involved in. But other than that, I'm really thankful that my son found something at such a young age that he really wants to do and can see himself doing 5 years from now.
Wow, that's great. How do you help? And this is for all you guys. How do you help them stay focused on their education and staying balanced as far as their dance and their future and education goes?
We feel very, very structured, disciplined, um, all over, all factors with nutrition, with enough sleep, kicking them off the computers at the time they need to go to sleep because, sometimes kids, they really want to do what they want to do and it's hard for them to shut down. Um, So we have to play bad cop often to just get them off computer, get them off their Facebook, get them off all that stuff, getting enough rest. Like Kennedy, he's a sophomore in high school. He has 0 periods, so he's out the house on his bike at 6:30 to get to school by 6:50. For him, it takes a lot of discipline to do that every single day of the week. So I get up, try to give him a hot breakfast, that kind of thing, so that way he doesn't skip meals, that kind of thing. So good nutrition is my most important thing to get him focused, and so he can do what he needs to do, especially with education and dance.
And also, I teach my son that education comes first. You can't put all your eggs in the dance basket. I told him, I always say, you know, what happens if you break your leg, or, you know, what happens if something happens to your body and you're not physically able to dance? You have to rely on your brain to help you make a living. So I do teach him that education comes first. It's great to love dance, but you also have to use your brain sometimes, so that you can, you know, if something happens where you can't dance, you know, you have a career, you're able to take care of yourself. So that's what I teach my son.
Okay.
Just like April, I agree with April that I always tell him something that he can fall back on. That he has to think something that other than dance, and he's trying to finding out that maybe he wants to do something behind the scene and things like that. So we're trying to keep him focused on both sides, the dance and other something happens to him.
Okay.
Well, I feel very lucky too that my son has found a passion so early in age. I think just having that passion for dance and as well as for education, he's a bit of a nerd actually. So, that is motivating enough for him to know that he can't do either without each other. So that it's self-motivating for him. I don't really have a lot of issues regarding him getting his work and things like that, because if he doesn't get his work done, then he doesn't dance, and then if he doesn't, vice versa. So he needs to be on top of everything himself, as well as just having that type of personality. I kind of lucked out on the nerdy side of things.
He did get a 4.0.
Wow.
He's a 4.0 student.
He's don't get me wrong. He's a smart kid, but it takes a lot of work. Doesn't get a lot of sleep, and it gets overwhelming at times. And those are threatening times, because it's basically you don't maintain your grades, then you're not going to be able to do everything that you want to do in regards to dance. And I think that alone is like, Mom, I can do it. We refocus. And then he does it. He's been able to maintain straight A's in 6th grade, and we're continuing to do it. And really, I'm amazed, actually. I'm very amazed that he is, and I'm very proud. But he pretty much self-motivates because of his love to do it so much that it's hard, but he gets through it.
Okay.
And to add on what Yoko said about my son Dylan, his passion for dance is so great that he will do his schoolwork when pressed. He's not the type of kid that I can threaten to take away his Xbox, because he really doesn't care about his Xbox. He cares more about me saying that he can't go to a dance class as opposed to him playing whatever the latest video game is. So he does stick to it, based just off his passion for dance. I wish he was a 4.0 student, but again, he found what he likes early in life, and I want him to pursue as much as he wants to, but also with strong education.
Okay, that's great. Thanks, you guys, for that. Now, there's a lot of individual parents out there that are being approached by their kids with the idea of wanting to start to dance, and it could be a little intimidating at first, not really knowing, because there's a path out there in terms of taking your kids to soccer, baseball game. That's pretty clear, and that's set up in the community. But dance is kind of new for everybody. How has dance brought you guys together to where you're able to come together as parents and work together to help you to support your kids, whereas maybe outside of dance you guys may not be here together today? How has dance helped that to happen? Any individual can answer that question.
From my point of view, as far as bringing everybody together, you're right. If it wasn't for dance, I'm not sure if I would know anybody here. Well, with the exception of my wife, and I'm thankful for it. Short of it, using the words family, well, no, that's about the only word, because I know that all of these people here, I love and respect each one of them. On the same note, I'm sure I drive them crazy once in a while, as a brother would a sister. But outside of dance, I don't know if I would be able to have that same closeness just with random neighbors or coworkers or anything like that. So yeah, definitely, it is a big plus for dance that I now am sitting with three of the most awesome ladies in the world. And I'm not getting paid to say that. I'm just saying that. Well, I said with the exception of my wife, because I would have known her.
Okay.
Okay, no, that's great. Go ahead.
Basil, let me add something to this. This is not just a group of dancers. It's a family. Charles, when he invited us to become Baneful Brew Group, he invited families, parents who already knew each other. Well, for the most part, we knew each other, but we all got along. It's the welfare of the kids first. We all understand our priorities. Education first, dance second, and Charles brought all of us together. And we really are such a really tight-knit dance family. And the boys, when you see them together, they're like brothers. They're really, this synergy, this kismet happens when they're together. They're really amazing. And they're so supportive and protective of each other. And that's how we feel amongst each other, too, with the parents.
That's great.
So thanks, Charles. Yes, thanks, Charles.
That's great. And that's what's up. That's great, guys. Is there anyone in terms of that you guys would like to thank that play a supporting role in helping you to help your kids to stay focused, as far as maybe the dance instructor, the dance school, anyone that you would like to thank? And this is the moment that you can do that.
I'll start. Kennedy's background, he spent 7 years at Dance Precision Studios under the leadership of Edith and Conrad. And we owe them his strong foundation. He trained there, tap, ballet, jazz, hip hop, and they gave him such wonderful skills and the ability to pick up choreography, his musicality, his stage performance. That's all due to Dance Precisions. And now we're under the creative leadership of Elm Pizarro with Boogie's Own Family. And Elm is a creative genius. We are so lucky, so blessed, and so thankful to be able to work with Elm.
Wow, that's great, guys. I just wanted to turn my camera on so that way I could say thank you. This brings our interview to an end, and I just want to thank you so much for taking the time to interview. This interview is going to go a long way in encouraging other parents to take on the role of supporting their kids with dance, and I really appreciate you guys sitting down and coming together and taking the time out of your day to do this interview. Okay?
Okay,
thank you so much as
All
well.
right. Thank you so much. And we'll talk again too.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
course.
Bye bye. Enjoy your evening. All right. Bye bye.
Cute in a suit.
Yes, he is. How cute.